What's going on, guys? Lost in Place here, and we're talking Star Wars The Force Awakens. So if you have not seen the movie, if you have yet to get to the theaters to see this, click away from this video now because we're going to be talking mega spoilers. We're going to be going into detail about a lot of aspects of the movie, and if you haven't seen it yet, this is your first and only warning you're going to get. We're going to be talking about spoilers here. For now, for those of you who have seen the movie, I'm sure you're just like me. You have a ton of questions. I am left with so many questions, and that is one of the things I like best about this movie, is that it left me wanting more, and it left me with all these questions as to what's what, who's who, you know? There's so much going on, and we can only hope that these questions will be answered in episodes 8 and 9. But until then, we can do a lot of speculation, a lot of educated guessing, and I want to talk about a couple things. So first off, Rey, the lead character, one of the lead characters of the movie. Who is she? Where does she come from? Who are her parents? None of this is clarified, none of this is fully explained. The movie hints at a lot of different things, but it doesn't give us any direct answers. So I'm going to start off with my speculation, and this is pretty obvious. I think most of you guys have come to the same conclusion. I'd say there's about a 95% chance that she is related to or maybe offspring of Luke Skywalker, which is crazy because then who's the mother? Who would be the mother if Luke Skywalker's the father? We don't know. There's also the possibility that she is offspring of Leia and Han Solo. Is it Rey Solo? We don't know. I'm thinking that's a lot less likely though, because for one, she hung out with Han Solo for half the movie. You know, he probably would have said something if it was his daughter. Or if it's a daughter of Leia from another guy, yeah, we probably would have heard something about that too. Han wouldn't have been too thrilled with that one. But there is one other possibility which many of you guys may not have even thought of, and it's a fan theory that's supported by a couple people, and I don't know. I mean, it has some logic to it. What if Rey is actually Rey Kenobi? That's right, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Is it possible that he had a child? Now here, obviously that's kind of hard if you think about it because he died in episode 4. But there were roughly 30 years between the events of episode 3 and episode 4, so it's possible he had a child then. Now, why else do I think this? Now, if you think back to the movie, when Rey touched the lightsaber and had that flashback, and she had some voices that were in the background, yes, J.J. Abrams has 100% confirmed that both Ewan McGregor and Alec Guinness, who played the Obi-Wan character from the original trilogy, both provided their voices for Rey's flashback scene. Now, Alec Guinness is dead, so they took clips from his prior movies to have these voiceovers, but Ewan McGregor specifically flew in to voice a line of dialogue for this. What's funny is actually Frank Oz, who played Yoda, was also in there too. So they had Yoda and they had Ewan McGregor and Alec Guinness. Are they saying that maybe he is related? Maybe it's a granddaughter or a daughter of Obi-Wan Kenobi? Who knows? It's possible. Although I'm going to say right now, I highly doubt that she's the daughter of Yoda. Alright, now this brings me to my next question. Who the hell is the Supreme Leader Snoke? Now, you never see him actually physically, but you see a hologram of him, how they communicate to Kylo Ren and whatnot. And he is the behind-the-scenes orchestrator of the evil guys. He's basically the new Emperor, so to speak. I don't know if he's actually the Emperor, but who is he? Where does he come from? And his face is scarred and it's all busted up. Looks like he's been in some lightsaber battles. So yeah, he's been around, but why have we not heard of him before now? Also, how big is he, man? These holograms make him look super big. So it's possible that he's like some larger than life character. But it's also possible that that's just how he appears through the hologram and he's maybe actual size. But at the end of the movie, he was the one who said that he's going to take Kylo Ren and give him more training. So he's definitely somebody of importance. But who? Where did he come from? Now, speaking of Kylo Ren, I got a lot of questions about him. So Kylo Ren used to be Ben Solo, son of Han Solo and Leia. What made him turn? So what they explained in the movie was that he was their son and he went to be trained by Luke Skywalker, who also was training a bunch of other Force-sensitive people, children, and Kylo Ren was seduced by the Supreme Leader Snoke and turned to the dark side. How did that all go down? What seduced him? What changed his outlook towards Luke and the light? And what made him change to the dark side and become such an evil, corrupted person? You see, this guy's got some temper issues, man. That was two of my favorite parts of the movie, was when he'd freak out when he sliced up the interrogation chair because he was super pissed. Like, he's definitely got some anger issues, this guy. And he killed Han Solo. So right there, man, he's locked down a place in our hearts, whether it be love or hate. But he is going to be one of the most iconic villains in Star Wars history. But why? What drove him down this path? That's what we want to know, and hopefully we will find out. Can he be redeemed? You know, the huge story arc of the original Star Wars was the redemption, was the fall of Anakin Skywalker and the eventual redemption of him. Will the same happen with Kylo Ren? Will he go back to Ben Solo? Can he be redeemed as he is savable? I don't know, man. He killed Han, so that's pretty hardcore. But we will find out. More about Kylo. Who are the Knights of Ren? The Knights of Ren were mentioned long before the movie was released as an elite dark squad of fighters who fight for Kylo Ren. They were very briefly pictured in the movie. If you remember during the flashback scene when Rey touched the lightsaber and they showed a raining scene with Kylo Ren surrounded by a bunch of other evil looking badasses, well, those are the Knights of Ren, and they're basically his elite crack squad. And will we see more of them? I only hope so. It would be really badass to have a whole squad full of Jedi or Sith Lords, whatever they are, fighting each other. Now, another question I have is, what does the future hold for Finn? You know, at the end of this movie, we see that he was in a coma. The whole movie was an okie doke. They made you think that he was going to be the main Force guy, and it turns out it wasn't even him, it was Rey. And that was really well done. I did not even see that coming. So what does that mean for Finn? What's his backstory? Who are his parents? Are they anyone of importance? Or are they just some anonymous people and he was abducted as a child to become a stormtrooper? What is his story arc going to be for the future movies? There's no way they're killing him off. There's no way they're letting him die. But is he Force sensitive? Or is he just going to be the new Han Solo, kind of like the right-hand guy to Rey? Who knows? But it's really got me wondering because I like his character a lot. And one of the biggest questions I have is the Force stronger? I mean, think about it, right? So Kylo Ren, at one point in the movie, he froze a blaster shot in midair. I've never seen that done before by any of the Jedi. And he also used his Force powers to extract information from people. That's a power that Darth Vader didn't even have. I mean, imagine if Darth Vader had it in the original Star Wars, you know, when they're trying to get the plans from Leia. Ren basically just used his Force powers to extract information. Also, with Rey, the Force powers, she has no training that we're aware of. Let me stress that. She has no training that we are aware of, yet she's able to use the Force powers to use the power of suggestion on that one stormtrooper, and she seems to be very powerful already with no training. So maybe it leads me to think that because there's so much less Jedi and Sith out there, that because there's fewer of them, the Force is stronger? I don't know, but it's definitely a big question I have. So guys, what do you think about these questions I've asked? Comment below if you have any other questions you have after watching the movies. Let me see them below. I definitely want to get a little dialogue back and forth. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you want to see more like it, make sure you drop a like rating on it. And that's all I got for you today. I'm Lost in Place, and I'm out of here.
So fuck that little mouse, 'cause I'm an albatross. I'm an albatross.
You know, one bit of criticism I had to hold till the very end here for the outro. Why the hell does the plot have to be the exact same as Star Wars and Return of the Jedi? Why do you need a Death Star number 3? I mean, come on, guys. Couldn't you get a little bit more creative? The plot is the exact same, copy and paste from Star Wars, man. Chasing these plans, map I mean, and they have a planet killer, Death Star / Star Killer, whatever the heck. I mean, come on, guys. If you do this plot one more time, we're gonna have problems. I'm gonna let it slide this time, but don't do the same plot for episode 8.
I'm an albatross. albatross. So I'm an albatross. So